I honestly wonder how this man does it. Earlier this month, it looked like he would never recover from his rough patch of not being able to score more than 10 runs in innings, but now he looks like a first ballot cricket Hall of Famer again. Virat Kohli, the pride of India. Lost form for 6 to 7 months, but now he's back in his element, destroying the optimism of the Pakistan cricket team. I know right off the bat this looks like a simple comeback win, but in reality, this edition of the India vs Pakistan rivalry was much more than just Kohli's innings. So let's take an even deeper look into what exactly happened. I think we all know that Kohli chased down this total practically all by his lonesome. No, literally, look at the scorecard. I mean, Hardik was there too, but he struggled to find the middle of the bat more often than not, and dare I say without him the chase would have gone faster. But right from the get-go, Kohli was forced to watch as the batsmen around him toppled like dominoes, and yet he stayed calm to bring the game home. After Pakistan posted a very competitive total of 160 thanks to the heroics of Iftikhar Ahmed and Shaheen Shah Afridi, they set out to defend it in the second innings, and boy did they come out with a bang. The Indian openers KL Rahul and Rohit Sharma were watchful as they carefully dealt with the swinging new ball, not trying to do too much but controlling their shots. This, however, lasted a total of 10 deliveries as Nazim Shah let one rip into KL Rahul's soft-handed stroke and Pakistan picked up their first wicket. From then on, it was kind of a free-for-all for Pakistan as they continued to take wickets as they pleased. Rohit Sharma was caught at slip by Iftikhar Ahmed, and of course, cricket umpires being cricket umpires decided to waste some time just for the fun of it and review the catch. You can hate on me all you want for that, but they took like 4 minutes to review one catch, man. Surya Kumar Yadav started with a straight drive down the ground for 4 and was looking good with another boundary against Haris Rauf. It was looking like these two were going to take India back for the win. It looked like this was truly their time. So naturally Yadav edges the very next delivery and normal order has been restored. Kohli was still playing magnificently even if he was going at under a run a ball. He never looked downtrodden at all. So why don't we give India a nice little run out mix up just to give this match some balance. Pakistan almost screwed this one up too, but alas this time luck was on their side. So Hardik comes in and starts taking single after single with Virat at the other end. India moves into the innings break with a score of 45 for 4. This is where things start to get a little crazy. Hardik and Kohli show off their intent to score in the very next over against Shadab, and then from there all hell breaks loose. They hit 20 runs off an over from spinner Mohammad Nawaz, with 2 of those 6s coming from Hardik Pandya and 1 from Virat Kohli. Then Kohli picks up a few more boundaries. Kohli's crunch time batting kicks in during the next over as he's able to get away Nazim for 4 runs and pierce any gap he can find. 15 overs in, India needs 60 off 30 deliveries. Pandya's struggles continue as he fails to hit any big shots with his flat-batted style of play, but Kohli continues on. The run rate seems to keep getting higher and higher though, now with 48 required off 18 balls. Kohli manages to play a little bit of damage control batting, lowering the total significantly throughout the 18th over from Afridi, and now India need 30 off 12. Haris Rauf bowls to Hardik who still can't get a shot off the bat. He wastes 4 deliveries and India now need 28 off 8. Kohli being Kohli absorbs the pressure and smacks her out for 2 incredible 6s, one to long on and one sailing over the head of fine leg. So the final over, 16 off 6, and it's Hardik up against Nawaz, the man who gave up 20 runs in the last over he bowled. He bowls the delivery. Hardik doesn't get anything on it and the ball calmly falls into the waiting hands of Babar Azam. Then Dinesh Karthik comes into bat. You obviously can't expect him to accelerate that fast, but he tries, and India gets a single off the next ball. So 15 from 4 balls required. The next ball Kohli hits it and India run for 2, 13 off 3. The situation is looking bleaker and bleaker. Kohli steadies himself for the next ball and smacks it away from 6, 7 from 2. To add on to the Pakistani pain, the ball is deemed illegal and the next ball is a free hit. So from 13 to 3 the score is now 6 from 3. And then Nawaz decides to twist the knife even harder and bowl a wide, 5 from 3. The next ball hits Kohli's stumps but the free hit saves him. He and Karthik run 3 off that delivery, making it 2 off 2 to win. India looks set to win. And then Karthik gets out thanks to a Rizwan stumping. God, these guys really want to drag the game out, don't they? 2 from 1 and a new batsman at the crease. Ashwin stands still. Nawaz is ready to bowl the final delivery. You know what would be hilarious? If he bowled a wide right now. Oh, would you look at that? He seems to think it'd be hilarious too. So now 1 run off 1 ball and Ashwin does this. With a few shots, Kohli broke both the internet and the hearts of Pakistan. India pick up a famous win at Melbourne and the shots from the innings remain etched in the minds of the people. To the naked eye, this seems like just Kohli's win, but there's a lot that went on that fans don't realize that could have made the game skew either way. The fan in me wants to call Kohli the GOAT and leave it at that, but the execrator within me wants to take a deeper dive into this game and see who really won it for India, or rather, who lost it for Pakistan. So I didn't really take a look at the first innings, although I definitely think I would have had India lost this one, but let's look at it. India got 2 early wickets thanks to young talent in the form of Arshdeep Singh, who dismissed both Babar and Rizwan for single-digit scores. And from then on, it was Iftikhar and Masood who tried to bring the innings back from the dead. They did well, but never got going with actual big shots. Iftikhar played extremely well, but Masood remained slow, and India were able to minimize the amount of damage they were able to do as just a pair. Just when Ahmed really started to get going, he got out. Then Shadab decided to throw away his wicket too. Then in the very same over, Haider Ali went too hard too fast, caught by Surya Kumar Yadav afterwards. But despite Pakistan shooting themselves in the foot on multiple occasions throughout the middle overs, India wasn't able to keep them down. I don't know whether Shaheen Afridi hitting 16 off 8 signifies good batting depth from Pakistan or bad bowling overall from India, but this is something I think a lot of Indian fans were worried about before the tournament. India's bowling, or at least India's death bowling, isn't up to the mark that it should be, and the Jasprit Bumrah injury just accentuates their struggles. We saw it in the Asia Cup too, and after this game I have the same questions flowing through my mind. When push comes to shove, can we really trust the bowlers to come through for the team? Another thing fans will choose to overlook is the batting. Fine, Kohli was amazing, he really was, but what about the rest of the team? Let's look through the Indian scorecard for this game. KL Rahul got unlucky and played it onto his stumps for just 4 runs off 8 balls. Then the captain Rohit Sharma didn't do much better, getting caught at slip, only totaling 4 runs off 7 balls. Then Surya Kumar Yadav started well, subsequently throwing it all away after scoring like 15 runs total. Then of course there's the Akshar run out. And sure, you can say that Kohli couldn't have done it without Pandya, but let's take a look at Hardik's overall game stats. 40 runs off 37 deliveries, 1 4 and 2 sixes that came off that humongous Nawaz over. So overall, not exactly stellar in any sense. In the Rauf over, when Kohli hit those 2 stunning shots off the last 2 deliveries, people ceased to realize that he could have had the chance to hit more had Hardik not wasted the first 4 balls of the over. Even in the last over, he backed himself to smack Nawaz and ended up making the final over even harder on the team by finally putting himself out of his own misery and getting caught by Babar. In fact, a lot of Indians made this innings harder than it actually should have been. Every time Kohli wasn't on strike, I remember just begging the other batsmen to get off strike because none of them, except for Kohli and Surya Kumar Yadav, could get any sort of real rhythm going. And if they did, they ended up going cheaply afterwards. All these things going badly for India just make Kohli's innings that much more special. In that atmosphere, under that kind of pressure situation, he carved up yet another match-winning innings. However, I can't help but fixate on these few details that I'm sure a lot of people have forgotten. I'm not trying to take away anything from Kohli's innings or India's win. All I'm saying is that oftentimes close wins are never good ones. Yeah, fighting spirit and whatnot, but Kohli can't do that every game. I'm not saying India's performance was bad at all. There were some periods in the game where they were extremely dominant. But I don't think that being dominant for only a few periods of a game is going to cut it in such a competitive tournament. Of course, this is only the first game of the tournament and India have time to showcase their true peak as a team. But I think that if they plan on bringing the T20 World Cup crown home this year, performances like these aren't going to bring victory in the latter stages of the game. India's schedule for the rest of the tournament looks very manageable, and this win might have just been their most important. But I'm excited to see if they can actually step it up as a team and get the result their country is backing on them to bring. Being an Indian cricket fan for almost 5 years, I know better than to trust this team after a few wins, but this time it's different. I think they can finally do it, and if they can step up and get a few solid wins, then I think they'd be set. But for now, I'm not about to let another astounding performance from Kohli fool me. I don't know, I guess all we can do is wait and watch. Wow, so it's only day 2 of the Super 12s and I already have so much content ready to go. I promise you I will be shamelessly milking this tournament for as many views as it can get me, so yeah. Follow my Instagram if you haven't, I'm pretty active there, posting stuff almost every day. Sub to the channel, comment whether you think this is India's time or not, and yeah. This is me signing off, until next time.